Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on my channel. Today we're going to be planning my week together and I will show you how to plan your week effectively by using a 10-step planning routine. This routine is not only about weekly planning, it's also weekly getting your stuff organized. So it's basically what I do every Sunday. I sit down with my planner, which is Big Boss, an A5 size planner from my own brand, Get Estilo. The links are in the description box below. I use this guy every Sunday to plan my whole week, but also get everything in order just before the new week starts. So I'll just get started and show you what I use to plan my week. Let's organize a little bit here. So this is what it looks like when I open my planner, and I have some planner videos on this channel if you're interested. What I see is the table of contents first, and behind that I have my planning routine. The first part is my daily planning routine, and I think I haven't shared it with you yet. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm on a mission to grow this channel to 10,000 family members. So if you want to help me reach my goal, please make sure that you subscribe. The second part is my weekly planning routine, which we will do today together. And the third part is my monthly planning routine, and we have done that together. So I'll leave the video here and down in the description box if you're interested. We will just take this page out. This is a very thick paper, and I'll put it right here in front of me so that I can follow the steps. And this should take about an hour in real time, but obviously you're gonna see some time lapses so that you don't, sit through the whole thing. The first step is to update my monthly page. So here you see I have a monthly tab in my plan tab. So I'll open that and you immediately see that I have a clip here that goes to July, and I like to update these pages every week. So by the end of the month it's completely up to date, which I will use later on to make my future log for next July 2021. So here you see we're here now. I have some things already, these are birthdays and stuff, but I will look into my Google Calendar and add the other things, as well as my weekly pages, to make sure that everything important is in this page. After that step, I go to my second step, which is cleaning last week. So let me explain what that means exactly. I have these weekly pages. I've been using this layout last month, and from the beginning of this month, I started using these week on 4 pages layout kind of thing. And I've been using it as a 3-part system. The first part, again, is the business tasks. The second part is the personal tasks, and I've been using the bottom part to capture information and notes. So what happens during a day is when something comes in, I make a quick note of it here, and that's why it's so full on the bottom. Adding a thing to the to-do list immediately is not a great idea in my opinion, because obviously it might not be a real task. It might be a thing that we got excited about, but it's not really something that we need to do or we want to do. So I like to write things down in my planner, and I give everything pretty much a couple of days before I go back to them and really think about if they're a task or an idea. Some of the things that come in are not necessarily tasks, some of them are ideas, and if you can manage to separate these things, I think your to-do list will be very happy and you will be less overwhelmed. So this is my system. I capture, and at the end of the week I go through these captures, these information, and I decide if I want to keep them somewhere, if I want to just toss them, if I want to add them to a to-do list or whatnot. So I'm going to be cleaning the bottom part, but also there are some things that didn't happen and some things that did happen. So I'm just gonna arrange that, write down the things that didn't happen on a piece of paper so that I can replan. And this is what I do when things don't work out, when plans don't happen. I just migrate them. And sometimes the task didn't happen because it wasn't the right time to do it. So it's a great way to not just, forget about it, but rethink if that thing is really something that you would need to do next week or something. That was a weird sentence, but I'm sure you got what I said. So let's clean the previous week. When I'm doing this, by the way, I have some notes for like books and, movies and stuff. I'm adding those things to my Notion. That's what I use to organize my life. And I also have a video about what I use to plan and organize my whole life if you're interested. So that's done now, and what you see here is my new week starting from Monday the 6th of July. I have already put some of the tasks in my planner, but I'll talk about it in a second anyway, for this week and for next week, because I know that these will happen on those days. And also, this is a little post-it with my active kind of projects and things that are happening right now. I like to keep this so that I can stay focused on the things that I'm currently doing and not take on more. That's like a personal focus kind of thing for me. And this is basically like me just cleaning up what happened last week. Now we're gonna just clip this to the weekly divider. So when I open my planner and when I open this tab, I immediately see the week that we're in, and I'll also put this little flag to the day like this or like this, so that I can immediately see where we're at in the week. You don't really need to do these things. Obviously, I like to visualize everything a little bit more so that I can just quickly look and see what's happening. Okay, the next one is cleaning the notes part of this, but also organizing and cleaning all the other files that are in my office. So by notes, what I mean is literally these notes that I take while working, like my projects, my active stuff. And I like to go through them every week to see if I can just file some of them away, or if there's stuff that I need to do still about these things. And I know for a fact that these are all the things that I need for this week, so they're gonna stay here for a while. And when it comes to the file folders, in my home office video, I showed you a corner that is our showroom, but also has my file folders, which is basically all the files that I keep about my business and about my life. And what happens during the week is, like some things happen, I print some documents, I receive some documents in the post, and I keep all of them on the top of those file folders. And every Sunday, I just take that pile out and file those away in the file folders so that everything is in place and it's not a big mess of, paper. And obviously, since we're now here and planning together, I'm not gonna do that. But you should know that that's something I do every single week. I want you guys to see this little baby a little more. Good, because it's very happy here. Okay, the next one is another like cleaning, organizing, getting your stuff together kind of item, which is the step number 4, is cleaning my phone, computer, email and browser. So let me explain this. During the week, I take screenshots of things that I like and I need to, or I want to check. Or I take a lot of photos that I want to share with you guys on my Instagram account. But I don't go back and look at them every day. I don't like to spend so much time on my phone. So on Sundays, when I'm doing my planning, I quickly go through all of those, screenshots and stuff, and I decide where they're gonna go as well. So if it's a product that I took a screenshot of and I wanna check, this is a time where I would go on Amazon and see if I wanna buy that product. Again, I have, slept on it for a couple of days at least. So if I decide to buy, it's not gonna be a impulse situation. I have actually let myself think about it a little bit. What I mean by computer is the same exact thing. I accumulate a lot of stuff on my desktop, and on Sundays, I like to just put those files into the folders in my iCloud, and that's what I do, every week. The other one is emails. Some emails I flag to go and look at later because, maybe I'm waiting for something to happen to be able to reply to that. So I go again, all of my emails that are flagged, that I need to still work on, that will happen now. And the last thing is browser. I don't know about you, but I have like 6 different Chrome accounts for my different businesses and my different needs. And throughout the week, there are a lot of tabs open. And what I like to do is I just go through these tabs and close them, and also, shut my computer down so that it can take a break as well. And obviously, again, there's no point in me walking you through that. It's a simple, like, go through everything, sort them out, close the tabs, and come back to your planner kind of thing. But normally I don't sit like this. So we're gonna just skip through that, and I'll do it after the video, I promise. Here's the accountability. The 5th one is updating Notion. I told you that I've been using Notion to plan and organize my whole life in conjunction with my planner and my Google Calendar. And this is a time where I would just go to Notion and see the favorited stuff, which are the stuff that I'm currently working on, and just put them away. And basically what I'm doing right now is seeing, the videos that are gonna come up. If I've already completed the tasks for them, I should just not favorite them anymore and not keep them on the top. I just go through some of the tasks list, some ideas list, basically like updating what I have done the last week and what I will do next week on Notion. Right, that done, the 6th step of my weekly planning process is goals and projects in. What that means is basically open your goal tracker, which is gonna be my trackers area, your goal setting worksheet, open it up and add the tasks of each day, those little actions of each day, to your either weekly pages or to your Google Calendar, which I prefer to do. This, but also the active projects, which I just showed you before here, add the necessary actions to your days and plan them in. This is really important for me. So let me quickly do that and come back. And we're back with step number 7, which is planning content. So obviously I'm on YouTube, and obviously I have a whole planning and tracking system for YouTube. And what I mean by this one is actually decide on what videos are going to come up in 2 weeks time. I like to finish videos a little bit ahead of time so that I don't stress, but also plan content for Instagram. And for that, I use an app called Planoly. I like to do it on my desktop because I can just write the captions easier. I'm not a typo person, so I like to do it on my desktop. I plan my content. I want to be there when I post a new photo, so it's not like I schedule things as much as I used to, but still I like to plan some things around, and that's what I'm gonna do after the video as well. And I'm hating it right now that not everything, but many of the things that I'm talking about right now requires me working at my computer, and I can't really show you. But if you're someone who is, creating content for the online platforms, I think having a weekly content planning strategy would make your life so much more effective and easy. The next one, the 8th step, is birthdays and CRM. And that's an interesting one. I go on Facebook every week to see what birthdays are coming up, basically. And I like to see if I want to add them to my Google Calendar as an annually recurring event, or if I want to make a note on my planner, or if I want to send a gift or a card or something. I like to do that weekly. I think you can only see it on Facebook weekly anyway, so that's something I'll do now. And the second part of it is, again, on Notion, or in Notion, I have a personal CRM with my family, friends, people I want to keep in contact with, and I choose one person for every single day to contact so that I can just text them or call them during my first step of my evening routine every day, because that's a goal that I set for myself for this year, and I'm working hard on being more social. And I know how that sounds. I'm an extrovert by nature, but somehow it just, it doesn't happen. So I decided to plan it, and that's what we're gonna do now. Let's go to Facebook first, and then we're gonna go to Notion, open the personal CRM, and choose some people to add here. Let's go. And that's done. Number 9 is planning personal activities. Obviously, before COVID, this was all about, you know, dancing and just birthdays and parties. Well, not crazy parties, but, you know, social activities outside. Now it's more about those Zoom drink calls or more like quality time at home with family, like games night, bake night, movie night, whatever. So it's like evening plans, let's call it. And I like to give something to a couple of days a week that is a little bit different than the usual like chill time. And I actually have a guideline for this, let's call it. I would love if I could spend Monday evenings learning something new, like spending time on YouTube learning things or Skillshare or somewhere else. Then I like to do, I would love to do some baking or games on Tuesday. Wednesdays I do Jumba, so I have that anyway, and that's in my Google Calendar already. Then I have Thursday as a chill, like because of the night before we worked hard, right? And then on Friday, I want to have a call with friends. And I think that's something that we can plan in for this week. Saturday, I need to do like gisting, laundry, organized movie night kind of thing. Oh, I should also pick a movie for that. So you get the idea. I basically plan some personal activities so that it is not boring. And the last step is, I think, the most important step in a weekly planning routine, which is batching. And batching is basically, you know, grouping similar tasks together so that you minimize on the prep time, but also the time in between to switch tasks. And it just increases productivity so much. So I have a theme for each and every day of the week. Mondays are my personal development, learn kind of days. Tuesdays are writing days. Wednesdays are filming days, which will happen on Wednesday this week as well. Thursdays are my admin and network kind of day. And Friday is editing, YouTube, and also other admin stuff. Saturday is, you know, house stuff, and Sunday is off basically. And what I do right now and what I said before is when I think about the things that I want to do for the week, I try to put those things to those themed days so that everything similar is automatically grouped together. And that's why some things already ended up in some days when we first started this video. For instance, next week when I'm doing my planning on Sunday, since I'm going to be doing my planning on Sunday, I'll send a photo of my planner to my other channel, the community tab there, and I already put that down because I know that I'll be planning on the Sunday anyway. And similar to that, I'll now batch things together, plan things a little bit in my Google Calendar, not crazy, but a little bit. And if there are certain things that are definitely happening, I'll write the details on the paper planner. So what that means is I know that I'm gonna be making a post on the Sunday. I'm writing in my Google Calendar that that post is happening, but what the post is about is gonna end up on my planner. I hope it made sense. The thing itself is in the calendar, the details of the thing is going to be in my paper planner because I like to look and work at the same time. So yeah, this is basically it, guys. I think this is, like I said, more than a weekly planning routine. This is more of a weekly get your stuff together routine. This is how I, you know, get the most out of my weeks and my days in return. I hope it was useful. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like, and I will see you in the next video, of course, if you're subscribed. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Bye.